ESPON is making a lot of different works. First it's working on a scientific way, giving us territorial analysis, giving us policy impact studies, which is very interesting for us. But secondly, it also answers some stakeholders' questions if they have precise demands, precise analysis that they want to have. And in fact, which is very easy to understand, Luxembourg needs both. And let me give you just 3 examples of that. You know that of course, you know Luxembourg is a small country. And as a small country, we often find comparisons between countries, Luxembourg, France, Germany. Very interesting, but because of the size of our country, not often very useful. So what we sometimes need is another kind of comparisons, for example, comparisons with small-sized regions which have the same size and we have the same economical strengths, and that's sometimes very useful for us, and ESPON can provide this, I said. Secondly, you know that we have one of the highest commuting rates in Luxembourg, and that's very important for us. And what we need is data about the greater region, giving us the possibility to analyze what's really happening in Luxembourg and around Luxembourg. And I, as a Minister of Transport, which is in my charge too, so I need this data just to making it possible having an analysis over the frontiers, a cross-border analysis, and making a policy for mobility which just not simply takes in account what happened in Luxembourg, but the reality of Luxembourg, which is a cross-border reality. And this data, this analysis, I can have it from ESPON. And third example is the one of a targeted analysis. You know that we have a metro border analysis in Luxembourg, which means that we have which is difficult to say, a cross-border metropolitan area analysis. If you are a politician and if you have in charge territorial development, what do you need? Well, first, what you need is data. What you need is an analysis of your country. What you need is just simply to see what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses of your country, what are the challenges it has to face, for example, demographic challenges, climate change challenges, and you have to have a clear picture about what's happening in your country, about what's happening around you. This data ESPON can, of course, provide you. What do you need else? Well, you need a clear formulation of policy impacts and possibilities. You have an analysis which is scientific, which relies on scientific data and which you can use to formulate your policy. And you need to have some kind of formulation of your policy out of this data. And what is interesting working with ESPON is that you can not just have the data you need, but that you can have, on the other hand, a presentation of the data in an understandable way, not just understandable for the politician you are, but understandable for the people you're talking with and to whom you have to explain your policy.